Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I'm your host, Tank, with none other than JJ.
What's up?
Hey, Jay.
What's up?
And I would like to introduce a special guest. He's a good friend of mine's from the East Coast, my good friend, Key.
The only coast. What's up?
How's it going, Key? How does it feel to be on Incompetent Nerds?
It feels good, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, welcome.
All right. We have a very special episode for everybody, so tune on in. Well, with that done, JJ.
What's up?
What's up with the tech news? What's going on?
Not too much. I don't have that much going on, but just two Google things that I saw that I think was worth mentioning. But I don't know if both of you heard, but so Google Maps on iOS, they actually had on the maps, a calorie counter. So let's say whatever you're getting directions to some shop. Instead of driving directions, biking directions, it'll give you walking directions, and it'll let you know how many calories you're going to burn. And one of the things that was on there is like it shows a cupcake, and it's like, hey, you'd burn this many calories, walking instead of eating this cupcake or something like that. And they had to remove it because people got angry about it. And I'm like, what?
Over a cupcake?
Yeah, no, well, over that, and then over putting calorie counting on. Because they're saying, people who have eating disorders and stuff, it's bad for them or something. I was like, dude, they're just trying to help out people. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's stupid. I thought it was stupid, at least.
Yeah, I wrote out the full quote from the clinical director about her part on it. And she says, we've gotten into this habit of thinking about our bodies and the foods we take in and how much activity we do as this mathematical equation, and it's really not. She said, the more we have technology that promotes that view, the more people who may develop eating disorders might be triggered into that pathway.
Right.
I didn't mean to put emphasis on the word trigger because this is not an emotional thing, but I can't disagree with that more personally.
Yeah, I really don't get it.
I feel like in the last few decades, especially, we've fallen in this trap where we decide to put the blame on anything and everything around us except for ourselves for our own missteps. Because there's nothing on this planet that can stop you from eating that burger or eating that hot dog or not taking a walk or not going on a run. There's no drugs that can help you with that either. You either do it or you don't do it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just picking straws for people who want to create excuses for themselves to feel good.
It is. And then, Google actually removed that. I was like, wow.
That was
right?
Straight up weak of them, to be honest.
So Key, what kind of phone do you have? iPhone or Android?
I have a Galaxy S7, and that's actually through my work. I have a work provided phone, and come 2 weeks from now, I have an eligible upgrade, which I could get the iPhone 8, but I am definitely getting the S8.
Damn. So
I am.
Are you like anti-iPhone then?
Yes. Yes.
So Tank, we gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
Because we used to be like that too. Anti-iPhone.
Yeah, he fell to the dark side.
Well, anyway, so since you're an Android guy, you heard about the Google Pixel 2 and 2 XL, so they came out today. So people got pre-orders. I think they're shipping out the next few days or so, but I believe you can get them at stores. So they're having issues with their POLED screens. I don't know if you guys heard anything about this.
The fuck is a POLED screen?
It's a new screen that LG was making. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. And then they sort of stopped pushing it or marketing it until that LG, I think V30 came out. They started to push that POLED screen. I don't know. I didn't really look it up, what kind of screen that is. But a lot of people are complaining that the screen on the Pixel, that the colors are all washed out, and when you turn your phone on an angle, I know not many people are going to look at their phone tilted, I guess, unless you're in your bed or something. But they're saying that there's some sort of weird blue tint on there. Yeah. And people are getting angry about it, I guess. And Google said that supposedly there's a fix that's going to come out to fix all that. But people are saying on the LG V30 that screen's the same thing and they have the same issues as well. And it's not going to get fixed. So there's a whole big people crying out there about it. So I don't know, Key, would that be something that would turn you away from the Pixel if you were interested in that?
So my issue has always been that Google has always been known for their software. They've never been known for good hardware.
Told you, Jay.
Yep.
And that's specifically usually why they rely on third-party companies like Samsung, LG, etc.,
right.
HTC to make their phones, and that's why I've always stuck with Samsung. I mean, it's a good learning point for them, and they can move on and just build better next year. But there's so many other options. That's the big thing with iPhone. You're stuck with Apple. You're stuck with one developer, one phone, one manufacturer. Whereas Android, if you like the platform, if you like the OS, you have multiple manufacturers of Android phones.
You have a lot of choice out there.
Yeah, and you could compare and contrast versus Apple, where you're kind of stuck with what you got.
So you're not
Sorry,
No, you're good. You're not a stock Android guy. You actually like Samsung's, whatever you call it, TouchWiz.
Yeah, I honestly typically don't really use those apps. Or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love my S7, man. I'm not very too much in the phone schemes of things, but the S7's amazing.
Okay.
Everything about it.
Nice.
I love
All right.
it personally.
Well, it's good. We got an Android guy here too. So
I should give Google a little shout out as a Google Home and Chromecast owner, because those devices are actually pretty badass.
Oh, I have a Google Home as well.
Yeah, I should have said that. They do make good hardware, just not good phones.
Yeah.
Are you going to be picking up a Google Home Mini as well?
No point. I live in a 2-bedroom.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I love my home. I have it connected to to 2 lamps and my Chromecast and
nice.
my Spotify, and I call Domino's off it. They actually just came out with a update for the Mini where you can now make calls on it. Like, you can straight up call phone numbers on it.
Oh, nice.
And it's it was actually really cool. But it showed up without changing the settings. It shows up as restricted. So I called my wife to test it when she was in Florida, and she immediately hung up.
Yeah, she wouldn't answer.
Oh yeah, she's like hello, and then she didn't understand me, and then she hung up right away. So.
Tank, you got to pick one up.
I'm good.
Or you could, because they're doing those Google pop-up donut shops. Did you hear about that? So one's coming in November 4 to the 5th at it's on Michigan Avenue. So really quick, when you go in there, you talk to Google Home, and you'll either get a box of 2 donuts, or you'll get a free Google Mini Home.
That's pretty
if you
sweet.
go. Yeah, so we're gonna try to go. I think. Try to get some kids donuts and get myself a Google Home Mini.
Well, there goes your donut right there.
I know, right? So yeah, other than that, that's all I got. Or so, unless anyone else has anything else.
For tech now.
For tech, nope. All right.
All right, let's move it along. So, JJ, you can go ahead and take your nap. All right, Key, video games.
Woo!
Let's see what we got going on.
Wake me up when it's done, okay?
Yeah. So, the news right now is, and it's kind of horrible, but then again, what do you expect? EA closes Visceral Games, and they're known for their Dead Space series.
Mm-hmm. So, guilty as charged. I've actually never touched that series. Dead honest.
1 and 2 were the best. 3,
I know.
You're not missing anything.
I've heard what I need to play and what I don't need to play, and I will eventually in my lifetime buy it on PC and actually play it. The only recent memory game I've played from them is Battlefield Hardline, which I was not a fan of.
Me neither.
I like their car mode, the one where it's it was like Conquest, and except the points were the cars, and you had to drive around the map, get the cars. I think it was Hotwire. I think was the name of the mode. That was really fun. But outside of that, yeah, they did bad with the story. They did bad with the whole thing.
You know what's funny?
Story.
It's one of the most forgettable Battlefield games. But what's funny is, I bought it when it was on sale in the PlayStation Store, and I think it was on sale for like $5. I just played it for the story mode and a little bit of the online, and was like, fuck this, and deleted it.
Yeah. Hindsight, though, what I am very disappointed about more than anything was their Star Wars project they were doing, which, I mean, but like, are we surprised though as Star Wars fans? Because this has like been the same case for the last decade, where any game that actually looks remotely interesting gets canned, or any other game that does come out ends up being mediocre to trash.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Force Unleashed, but yeah, it's honestly extremely disappointing. After the closure of 1313, I really was looking forward to a single player Star Wars game that didn't involve the main trilogy for me to dive into. And it's a shame, but that's the nature of the business, I guess. Happens.
Yeah, it's sad every time they try to push out like a new, like you're saying, new single player Star Wars game, especially Star Wars that does not deal with the main trilogy. It's just like, man, that game looks badass, and it's dark and it's gritty.
Yep.
Oh my god, I want to play it. Oh, game's canceled. You son of a bitch.
But now it's also one of those things though where do you think that decision came from? Because yes, EA has the rights for Star Wars games, but Disney holds the rights to the Star Wars universe.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they shared the story with Disney and Disney didn't like it.
Of course.
But we don't know. We'll never know. They'll never tell us.
No, of course.
Yeah. I guess the next item would be criticism being drawn from, speaking of Star Wars, criticism being drawn from the Battlefront 2 beta. One of the biggest pieces of criticism that came out was their progression system, being that it's mainly based on loot crates, which unlock equipment and cards, which you can, use. And the premise is that the community was feeling is that you're going to be able to pay real life money to just get a shitload of these crates to open, which essentially would more or less make the game pay to win.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yes, I can tell you, I played the beta, which, by the way, is a gigantic step forward from Battlefront 1, the EA Battlefront 1. Huge step forward. Loved it. I did feel the unlock system. Maybe it was just the beta progression, but I had no issues. I was more or less getting a crate a match because you have to complete challenges. Every time you complete a challenge, you unlock a crate. And I didn't have an issue with it, but apparently a large base of the community did. And EA actually had a public release addressing these concerns, saying that they're going to look very seriously at this to make sure that the system that they create won't be too overpowering. And I think the route they're going to go is probably the same route they went with Battlefield, in the sense of like you can buy crates, but it's not really guaranteed amazing things. So
why they couldn't do it just like Battlefield 1, where you could buy crates with real money, but all they give you is just cosmetics?
That's what I'm hoping they go with.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah. I mean, I do see them in the sense of going down the road, what they did with Battlefield 4, which is after like 6 months after release, you can pay like $5 or $10 per class to unlock everything in the class, like to help like new players catch up with the players that have been playing forever, which I've always been fond of. I don't think that should be available at launch, but I'm fine with that like 6 months to a year down the road, because EA always has this tendency of being like the rich gets richer and the poor get poorer mentality, where if you join the game like a year in, you're just going to get your ass handed to you because everyone has everything.
Yeah, my guy did that with, what was it? Battlefield
3 is my guess.
No. I think it was Battlefield 4. Like, no. It was Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1. He got it, and he literally bought the unlock everything for everybody. He bought it because he's like, I don't have the time for it to go through the progressions. I want to try everything as possible, blah, blah, blah. And I'm over here like, are you fucking serious?
Yep.
I'm like, so you're not going to enjoy the weapons you unlock to see if you like it or not? And be like, damn, this was a shitty purchase. Why did I buy this gun? You know what? I'm going to go back to the original one until I unlock this next one. No, you just got it all right there. Yep. Oh, man. Yeah. It's like the whole mentality of playing the game for the game is not there anymore. It's like do I really have to play this game and start off shit? Or I could just go super OP and put an additional 15, 20, 50, 60, $70 in it.
Yeah, and honestly, that can deteriorate or separate the mentality on the gaming community on what's right and what's not right with that. And honestly, until gamers band together and stop buying these products, it's never going to stop. If you buy into it, they're going to keep making it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we also got to take to concern is that games are becoming more and more expensive to make, and for the fact that games are still at the same price for $60 for the past decade and a half, it's like they're trying to figure out ways to still make their money, but also make it reasonable upon gamers.
Yep.
Each game costs $60, but we can't forget that the publisher gets a portion of it, the retailer gets a portion of it, the system, wherever the system's going to, get a portion of it. For consoles, they get a portion of it. The producers get the portion of it, and then it goes to developers. And at the end of the day, basically everybody's not making shit. Even though it's like, oh my god, this game has sold $2.6 billion on this first night. Yeah. Holy shit, they made a lot of money. Not really, because that $2.6 billion is split up in so many ways. It's unbelievable. And most people don't make, and most of these companies just don't make their money back in terms of the budget. Like Destiny 1. Fucking Activision put down $500,000, the most expensive game.
$500 million, bro.
$500 million. Yeah. And I feel like they did not make the money yet. That's why they added that microtransaction in there, and they brought it again in the second one. Now, about that microtransaction in the second game, what I do like about it is all cosmetics. There's nothing there that's going to boost your character to fuck up the gameplay.
Yeah.
Everything there is all cosmetic. So it's like, I agree with that. That's awesome, and it's cool. But for EA to do it with DICE and doing the whole loot crate shit with Battlefront, it's like, really? So if I play the game for the game and I enjoy it the way it is, but yet this jackass over here is constantly losing, and he's a sore loser, is putting in more and more money to just rack up his damage. So what it will usually take a gun 5 rounds to kill somebody, it would take him technically 3 rounds, but with the same gun, but just because he has a small perk, that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's like this now is not all skill anymore. It's more like, if I pay more money, I make more wins. If I get more wins, I feel better about myself. Yay! Get your sad little willpower out of here. Yeah. Fucking millennials. They just want to fucking, what's that trophy? Even though they lost, they still get a fucking trophy.
Oh, participation.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I never had none of that shit growing up.
None of us did, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We were all born in the poor. We were all born poor. Of course we didn't have that shit. We were taught, you're going to lose, motherfucker. No matter what. You'll win or you'll lose. There was no, thank you for participating. Here's your trophy.
We were all born in that time where like your parents would actually whoop your ass.
Oh, my God. Yeah, don't remind me. I'm about to be triggered.
Yeah.
There goes that word again.
Vietnam flashback. I guess we'll talk about Activision, since we're talking about shitty game companies. So Activision, it was actually recently discovered, it was probably about a week or so ago, of a game engine patent. They made a patent for a gaming and matchmaking system. And what the patent discovered, they filed this back in 2015. And the premise of the patent is that the matchmaking system would pair people without purchased gear and microtransactions to people with said gear and microtransactions, which the theory is that it would encourage the people without that gear to want to buy it. So it's, in a sense, like on a marketing standpoint, is actually genius, because you're using your own players to advertise your game for free, pretty much. And I mean, morally, it's fucked.
Yeah.
that's like you're kind of like cock teasing players to like buy your shitty microtransactions, and I'm not about that. But it's it's definitely They didn't implement it though. Surprisingly, I reassured that I read several articles. They have not used it yet. They have not planned to use it yet, but it's a patent that they made for it. But if you want to do the math on a game, 2015 is when they made the patent for it. Where there's been what, 3 COD games since then.
And I think what was the COD?
It was Black Ops 3.
I think Advanced Warfare. It could have been, if anything, it would have been Advanced Warfare. They wouldn't implement it for, because of the microtransactions for all the paint jobs for the exosuits. Do you remember that?
I do.
That would have been it, because there were so many different decals for those exosuits. I think if they were going to implement it, that would be the game to show it, so that way everybody could see all these cool ass exosuits. Oh, he got some marijuana plant on his suit. I want that one. Or oh, he has a beer bottle or a flag or whatever.
I can see that. I can see that being implemented in that way. What I was getting at though is if they haven't implemented it yet, my theory is usually typically with a big game market like that and a big game developer and producer, you would typically have a game built from scratch in 4 to 5 years if you wanted to build a game engine from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So if they haven't implemented it yet and it is a brand new engine off of their own design, like separate from the current COD engine, I would say expect this engine being used next year. World War II looks boring as hell. We could talk about that on a different day. But
finally, someone who agrees with me. But okay, we'll do that for another chat.
The beta was shit, man. I played the beta. I played one match, and there was nothing dragging me in to keep playing. I was bored out of my mind. But yeah, another day. But yeah, that's it. I mean, what's really news here though? Activision's a shit company.
Yeah, Activision and EA back to back.
Combo breaker.
Well, talking about at least somewhat shitty company. Ubisoft's South Park
is not a shitty game.
No, it's not. The company is, but the game, I just played an hour of it. I picked it up, pre-ordered it on Amazon, came in Tuesday, and didn't really play it until today, and I played about an hour of it, and I'm fucking already in tears, crying, laughing because of Cartman's dumbass.
Oh my god, dude, it's hilarious. It's actually really funny. Spoiler alert. You should put a little alarm emoji sound. There. There's actually, if you, in the very, very, very beginning, when you're when you're wearing your crown and you go to the door, if you Google search the code, JJ, you might like this too. If you Google search the code, you type the code in before searching for the code, Bill Belichick shows up on your screen. It's like Cartman is Bill Belichick saying, "Hey, what are you, Tom Brady? Are you cheating?"
Really?
Yes, dead serious. I saw that today. I'm not lying at all. And I, as a Patriots fan, I thought that was so freaking funny. And this game, I have about 10 hours in, as of 2 hours ago, and what I love about it so far is that they kept what was good about the first one, and they improved onto it in the second. And I think they did a huge work over on the combat mechanics to make it more like a RPG tactics. Think Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah,
it's more like that instead of just a standard turn-based RPG like the first one.
Yeah,
and that was what they needed because it didn't feel right, especially it being South Park. South Park's fast-moving. On the show, the show is a fast-moving show, a lot of things going on, and the first one just didn't feel right. It kind of felt out of place. This one, though, really, the combat system's fantastic, the character customization's fantastic, a lot of classes, and the story's actually really good. Again, you're only an hour in. Wait until you're halfway through. I don't even know if I'm halfway through. It doesn't feel like it. If I had to go on a limb, I'd say I'm about 2/3 through. but the story's good for a South Park game. Like for like, you it's not just really funny, which it is. It's also like good. Like I want to know what happens next, and I feel like they do a lot better job at that than they did in the first one. Whereas the first one, I could take a couple days break and not really care. This one, like, I'm nonstop playing. As you can see, I got the game yesterday, and I'm at 10 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Very good, though.
Yeah, I was just an hour in, and just having Cartman being a dick. I didn't see that code or notice the code, but it was just super fucking hilarious. And then I pre-ordered it, so I got the Stick of Truth for my PS4 as well. And I actually downloaded it and started a bit of it. And even that one's fucking hilarious. You got Cartman looking like Gandalf and everything. And it's like, damn it. Why did I just do this? I'm like, I just want to play the first one first. Do the first one. And then go to the second one. So I think I'm going to go in that order just so, even though I'm an hour in the second one. And I know nothing carries over. But it's just funny how when I started the first one, it's like, damn it, they kind of ruined it for me because I'm keen and everything's like, ah, shit. Oh, well.
Yeah, and I had something on the tip of my tongue too. I forgot. No, I remember. I'm sorry.
Was it a penis?
Yes.
What?
That's staying in.
What? No. It's what is a penis for 500. No, I was gonna say though that I beat the first one when it came out on computer, and I haven't downloaded the Stick of Truth yet because I already know. And again, like the Stick of Truth, like it was a good game, like a solid. If I had to give it a number, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Replayability was not there for me. Like I had no encouragement to play the game again. This one, so far, I'm really feeling like I can encourage myself to play the game again because there's so many different classes you can choose, and you end up triple classing. Like you have 3 classes for the same character that you can mix and match with.
Nice.
So you technically whatever that equates to for 3 by 3 by 3, I guess. Yeah, so 3 squared is how many, or 3 cubed, which is. What, 21? 27? I'm retarded? That's the right answer. I'm retarded.
All right.
27. 27 different combos of classes you can have by the end of the game.
Nice.
And it's good. I've been having a lot of fun with it. You had one more game, though?
Yep. Fire Emblem Warriors for the Nintendo Switch comes out tomorrow, October 20th. I'm definitely going to be picking that up. I'm always been a Fire Emblem fan since the GBA days. And I'm also going to pick up the Amiibos because I collect those as well. And it's...
Is that those little figures that you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
For like $100?
And JJ, this is the game I was telling you about, Fire Emblem Warriors, which is like, I told you not being a gamer, but you playing beat 'em ups is like you don't have to know anything about the story. You don't have to know anything about the fucking game. It's just like, here's a controller, press this button, have a field day. And all you're just doing is running around, slapping motherfuckers with your sword.
So just button mashing, pretty much?
Just basically button mash. It's just a beat 'em up. But it's with Fire Emblem characters, so that's what attracted me to it. I was like, you know what? This might be good. It's basically a Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors game, just with these characters. And I remember they made a Zelda one, which didn't sell well, and to me didn't even look good. Especially that they gave Link a fucking scarf.
Are you serious?
I don't know what is it with Japanese developers, or just like even their cartoons, like their anime. Like you already know who the main character is because they either have goggles, a scarf, or some stupid ass hairdo. It's one of those 3 options. Always. Like, okay, why the fuck this guy got goggles? What plane is he flying?
Or just one better, we're gonna make all of our characters super Japanese with super Japanese name, but they're all white Europeans.
I'm looking at you, Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So most likely tomorrow, once I get my errands out the way, taking a walk to Best Buy and picking it up, and hopefully they have both amiibos on sale. So I think one is on back order while the other one is available. But I'm really hoping they have them both. I can just grab them both and just fucking get the fuck out of there and go.
What do you do with those things? Nothing?
Nothing. I just put them around in a circle and I pray to the amiibo Lord, the Nintendo Lord.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. All right, JJ, is your favorite topic next? Movies and TV. What you watching?
Dude, nothing. I'm like you, like
watching
2 weeks
Dry?
ago. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched any TV. I think you said that like 2 weeks ago, but I haven't really watched anything besides baseball right now. But I did see that The Punisher for Netflix will be coming out on November 17.
Yeah, I'm super psyched.
Yeah, the same day that Justice League comes out as well. So I don't know if they're... I don't think you can make a statement with that because it's a TV show or TV series versus a possibly shitty movie.
I think a lot of people might be
What's-
staying home just watching
Let's
The Punisher.
Let's throw the word possibly out the window here at this point with DC. But, like, they do great cartoons from what I've seen.
Yeah, their animation department is fucking amazing, but just their...
The movie department
Movie side.
sucks.
So much potential. Batman
Yep.
versus Superman had so much potential, and they just tossed it.
Yeah, they
Tossed
blew
right
it.
out the window.
Yep.
Suicide Squad.
Martha!
I thought Suicide Squad was fucking terrible. I'm the only one of my friends, like in my hometown, I'm the only one of my friends that actually thinks that. But I could care less if that game never came into my life. Not game, movie.
The movie.
Yeah, if the movie never came into my life, I honestly could care less.
Yeah, because I actually liked it.
It was okay. It was okay. I mean, like, people freaking out about it, talking about how Harley Quinn was so good and how... I mean, Will Smith was good, but that's Will Smith, you know? Like,
Yeah.
You can't argue that. Jay Leto wasn't bad as
The Joker.
as a Joker. He
I
wasn't
liked
bad.
him at the Joker. I liked him as the
Yeah.
Joker.
But it was only in there for like a little bit only.
2
though.
minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
It just, the story was shit though.
It was.
It was not a good story at all. And they downgrade it? I thought they downgraded it from a rated R to rated PG-13.
Yeah. When they got the director who did a bunch of other movies, they told them you have 9 months to get this movie done. This is your budget, and good luck. So he did what he can, and they didn't like the script. Even though when leaks came out, like, oh, it's gonna be rated R, it's like, cool. Didn't happen. Then they dropped his budget. That's why certain scenes when he did the movie, that's why it was like, look at all this action, and then no action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's why you got some parts when you watch like some of the cuts just didn't make sense. Like the transitions is like, all right, helicopter fell, let's go. And next thing you know, they're in the middle of the fucking city.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember that.
So you gotta just blame you can't blame the director, you can't blame the actors or anybody else on the staff. You really just got to blame the industry, not the industry, but just the Warner Brothers and DC for actually making it more shittier than what it was. Because to me, I was excited for the movie when it was announced. I was excited for it. I read the comic books from the New 52. That's because this movie was based on those, lightly based on those. And I was like, cool, this looks amazing. It's going to be fun. I have a feeling it's going to be fun, hilarious, and over-the-top action, and gory. That's Suicide Squad. Oh, I'm only getting a little bit of gore, but I'm getting nothing but this bullshit. I literally sat in the theaters with my arm crossed, looking like a fucking pouty kid, just pissed.
When's it gonna end?
No, I'm serious. I was like, when is this shit gonna end? But to be back on topic, I have a feeling like I might just see Punisher instead of going to see Justice League. I probably might wait a couple weeks.
Well, yeah, when it's cheaper, you know, spend full price on it.
I mean, yeah. John Bernthal looked, he was awesome in season 2 of Daredevil as the Punisher.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was good.
It's gonna be really good seeing him in this. They needed a prequel, and actually, funny we're saying this because South Park Tank, you've probably seen it already, but South Park has a lot of like, like how to make a superhero franchise, and they're talking about like, okay, so the Coon has to have its own Netflix series, and then the Mysterio Netflix series will come in like right over here.
Yep.
And shit.
Phase 1, Phase 2. They're talking about all that shit. And I'm over here just like, wow.
Yep. That's
Bunch
pretty
of,
much what.
How old are they? A bunch of 10-year-olds?
Yep, bunch of 10-year-olds. Talk about phases on like when they're coming in, and then and they're like, wait, why don't we move the Tupperware, which is Token, the black character? Like, why don't we move Tupperware to phase 1? Start with his movie. And Garbage like sarcastically like, oh yeah, black guy having the first movie, right? Oh my god, no bounds. Sorry to bring it back to South Park. I thought about that with the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
And not to sound like a fucking asshole, but talking about a black guy, have you guys seen the latest Black Panther trailer?
Yes.
Looks awesome.
Yes.
Looks
I agree.
awesome.
I have.
Oh Tank,
God,
you don't like it?
That movie so bad. No, I want to see it so bad just because it looks amazing. It's what you call it? What's his name? Andy Serkis or something?
Andy Serkis?
Gollum, the guy who plays Gollum, he's playing, right? Dude, him as what's the character's name? Sebastian Claw or something like that, or Shaw. I think I've got the wrong villain, but he plays Claw, who's just like the fucking asshole to Black Panther. He's like the thorn in his side, like constantly going at it. Just to see him in there and see him and Black Panther going to fight it out, duke it out, that's gonna be pretty fun.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
You actually bring up a good thing with Black Panther though, and I'm sorry, but this triggered me today. I don't get triggered often, but this legitimately pissed me off today. Seeing this comment about Black Panther, I just saw it this morning, where some dude literally questioned the director, like, "Oh, look at the Hollywood double standard. Like 9 out of 10 people." Or 9 out of 10 actors in this film are black, and there's like no white guys. Where's the double standard here? And I'm like, dude, it's in the middle of Africa.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna find like a suburb white American in the middle of Africa. And it's like like questioning why there's no black people in like an Asian movie full of like Chinese people. It's
just someone trying to make something out of nothing.
They are.
They always do.
It's so dumb.
It's like, I don't care. Like, it's the Black Panther. Make the movie you want. And honestly, it's sad that we're at the point in society where we focus so much more on what race the actors are instead of like the actors and how good they are.
Yep.
But
they could have made the Black Panther actor white, right?
Like make him white and everyone else black. Yeah, that would have sailed right over. that would have smoothed right over with the public. Jesus,
that's messed up.
Sorry, Lord.
All right, before we get targeted by the fucking left or right, let's go on and move into sports.
Yeah, that now we'll get targeted by everybody.
Pretty much.
We'll get blocked.
We will unite the both and left and right just to fucking hate on us.
Yeah.
Oh, we did this country a favor. We did this country a favor. They both united, and now they hate us. Yay!
Yeah.
We'll just blame everything on Key.
I will carry that cross. So I guess NBA first.
Yeah.
Let's get the elephant out of the room here. That Gordon Hayward injury.
Yeah.
Prayers out to his family. I mean, obviously he's listening to our show.
He could be like our one listener.
He could. But no, prayers out for Gordon Hayward and his family. That insane. I've never, in my history of watching sports, I've never seen an injury that gruesome on the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
NBA side.
I don't even know how that happened, because he went up for whatever he's doing, an alley-oop. Like LeBron and the other guy bump into him. He falls on his left leg or something, and then it just snaps on him.
You know what's messed up, though? You know what the most messed up part is about all this? Is the person that he kind of awkwardly landed next to that inadvertently caused the injury was Jay Crowder.
Oh, they
who was the person that we traded and more or less replaced with Gordon Hayward.
Jeez.
And yeah, and I listen to a lot of Boston sports radio. I live in the area, but I hear a lot of people calling, questioning whether that was intentional or not, and that's honestly disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever Jay. I know Jay, not personally, but like I know him like as a player. He's a very good person at heart. I don't think he would ever intentionally hurt someone like that.
No,
I think he was just trying to be aggressive. He was just trying to be aggressive under the basket, and that happened. Oh, dude, the foot, it turned like 90 degrees the wrong direction.
Yeah, that was gross.
I'm looking at the picture now, and I'm over here like, fuck.
Wait, you should watch the video.
Oh yeah, the video is better. And honestly, it was really cool though. It was really cool seeing the entire stadium solidify together like that.
Yeah.
Everyone praying and cheering for the dude in the stadium. Dwayne Wade getting on a knee and praying. The entire Celtics getting together. LeBron James going up to shake his hand after it happened. Like,
I mean, you don't want that. You don't want that to happen.
All the
to
tweets
anyone.
too. Yeah, exactly. All the tweets that went out too from all the players around the league. They're all sending them thoughts and prayers. Which obviously, I mean, I'm kind of like a hipster with social media where I hate posers, and I think everyone who sends out thoughts and prayers on Twitter is a poser. But it was still cool though, getting shout outs from a lot of NBA players.
Yeah.
But
well,
so how does this affect?
Well, the main one at least though. I mean, really quick. What's his name? Paul George. You know, he did the same thing too. Almost the same thing. You know, like when he was playing in the USA basketball league.
His foot didn't go like that, but
no,
he did break his leg.
He did break it, and he came back, 14 months after, so whatever it was, and he's playing good. So,
their doctors today said, or his agent said actually that he's most likely missing the whole season, which I want him to. I don't want this rushed, but he is expected to make a full recovery and be back to 100% by next season.
Yeah, and they said it was a clean break, right?
It was a clean break. No tendons were damaged.
Yeah.
Like beyond like surgical repair.
Lucky for him.
It is.
The foot was just dislocated, believe it or not, and they literally at Quicken Loan Stadium, which disclaimer, I've been there. At Quicken Loan Stadium, they literally grabbed the foot and like twisted it back.
Straightened it up, yeah. Well, you can tell when they did that. He was dying when they did that.
Oh, I bet. Oh man, I dislocated my shoulder before, and that didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Luckily, it relocated like immediately after I moved it back, but
it still hurts though.
It was like hurt all day. But a foot on top of your leg being broken—that's insane.
Yeah.
But that brings us to what now for specifically the Eastern Conference, because I know. Let's be real. We can be real with each other. We can get on a level here. As long as that man that goes by the name of LeBron James is breathing and living in the NBA, no one is getting out of the Eastern Conference.
No one's touching it. No.
But I did think a fully healthy Celtics squad would have taken the Cavs to like game 6 or 7. I do. I truly thought that. Now I have the Celtics. I don't know about you. I have the Celtics at like 4, 5 seed, along with like the Raptors, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I have them there now.
I still think they're going to be competitive, though. I mean, I don't.
No, they will.
I don't know. Maybe they'll pick someone up, or someone will step up. But
Jaylen Brown is that man that wants to step up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been seeing him play. He is a monster, and he is only 20 years old. And through the first 2 games, that dude is averaging like 21 points a game through 2 games.
Yeah, and he's the one that's going to start now, I think, right? In place of Gordon Hayward?
Yep.
Or Hayward?
No, not even start. He started with Hayward as a starter.
Oh, okay.
Brad Stevens put him in as a shooting guard.
Yeah.
And it had Hayward in that forward, along with Jason Tatum, who is a rookie and who I think needs to stop making rookie mistakes. But anyways, But that's what I have. I have the Cavs before and after I had the Cavs taking it. Now I have the Wizards at 2 because they have, in my opinion, one of the top 2 point guards in the league, and John Wall. And Bradley Beal's a good wingman. And that whole starting five and that bench and the coaching staff, it's very good. It's a very good team. Every time they played Cleveland last year, it was a very competitive game. So I think Washington's taking second seed this year. Giannis, I think, is taking MVP, not just because of one game. I thought that before the season started. Giannis is going to have his year this year.
Yeah.
I will do him the respect by not pronouncing his last name because I will butcher it. I will butcher the hell out of that last name.
You can just spell it.
Yeah, that's better. How about your team?
Our team? What team? We don't have a team.
Yeah, what team? What team?
No, I mean...
I got the notes in here.
Yeah, just the only news that the Bulls have... Because, they're going to suck no matter what. They're probably going to be the worst team, as everyone's saying already. But,
Yeah.
Nikola, whatever, Miratek and Bobby Portis, they get into a fight. And then...
Oh, I heard about this.
Right? And then Portis...
And then he, punched him in the nose or something like that.
Yeah, he broke his jaw or something.
Yeah, I heard about this.
So
they're saying Miritic might need surgery.
Yeah, and it's crazy, and he's our best guy.
Yep. Portis's ass needs to be benched after a team suspension. They need to suspend him for X amount of games and practices, and then they need to bench his ass and force him to come off the bench with 1 minute a game.
Oh yeah.
Put him in a coaching scheme that makes him look like shit for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And players are not going to like him. Or not players, I'm sorry. The fans are not going to like him.
No.
I mean, you guys are probably going to have 10 people in that stadium this year. But
well, yeah. At least the tickets will be cheap.
I mean, but also, even with the Jimmy Butler trade, man, I don't get it. Zach LaVine's a legit player.
Yeah, but he was coming off that injury, though.
He is, but a lot of people come off ACL tears. I mean, the worst example being Derrick Rose, but ignore him because he rushed back from surgery. Zach LaVine's taking his time. He's going to be back, I think they said 6-8 weeks from now.
I think so, yeah.
And he's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
He's good in Minnesota. They're going to do a run-through. They're going to do a run-through with him leading the offense, and that's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got to go through another rebuild years, I think. Not year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we could. Yeah.
Because they were saying that.
You guys have.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying you guys haven't been relevant since pre-ACL Rose.
Oh God, yeah, I know.
What a damn shame. That dude was literally going to be the next LeBron. Of this decade.
Yeah, until he got hurt.
Did not get injured. Yep.
Well, at least he might win he had at least a good chance now since he's with Cleveland if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy, and if Isaiah Thomas comes back.
Yeah.
But
at least they said he will.
That's Cleveland. My heart's broken, and IT was my favorite player for a while, so my heart's still broken from that.
Were you guys pissed off at him, or?
No. So the consensus. See, that's actually a good point because you guys don't live around here. I don't think anyone. I've never met someone in my region who hated him or straight up disliked him after the trade.
Right.
Or I've seen people dislike Danny Ainge for the trade, which
I would too.
It's a business though.
Right.
I loved IT dropping 53 the night after his sister freaking died.
Oh, that's crazy. You're right.
I'm sorry, it was on his sister's birthday a week after she died. He dropped 53. But I don't think it's just in the end we got the better end of the deal.
Yeah.
And people aren't going to see that now. They're not going to see that this year. But when we sign Kyrie for a max extension next season, we're going to get the better end because IT is going to quote unquote want the Brinks truck with a bad hip. And if he doesn't get it, he's walking out of Cleveland. Jay Crowder cannot create a shot for his life. And the Brooklyn pick, we were going to draft someone of Kyrie Irving's status anyways.
Right. Yeah,
Kyrie Irving's only 25 years old, and we got the better end of the deal.
Yeah, you guys did. And Plus, Danny Ainge probably knew, about his hip that he might not be the same either.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like we don't know. I mean, again, nothing but the absolute love for IT. Like, no, people don't understand. No Al Horford, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie.
Yeah.
None of that without IT.
Yep.
IT lured all those people in.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are stacked for a while. As long as you keep them, though. That's the thing, so.
Yeah, and as long as, as long as one of these players' feet doesn't go 90 degrees in the wrong direction. All right, well, enough about my 17-time championship NBA team and your shit dumpster team.
Our rebuild.
Yeah. Let's go on to my currently not my go-to sport now that our season's already over on the NBA. So, NFL. Currently, at the time of this recording, Thursday Night Football, Kansas City and Oakland are playing. 8 seconds left in the fourth, and Oakland's in the red zone at the 1. So, I guess we'll go with the upset of the week is what I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to get your opinion, JJ, on what do you think with this week's matchups, what's the upset of the week and why?
Oh, man, I got to look at the schedule.
Okay. Pull it up, and I'll tell you mine.
All right.
I think Washington over Philadelphia. I think Philly at the moment is projected for they're over 4.5 points, and I think Washington, Kirk Cousins, man, I think this is usually that time of year, like that late October, early November, where he starts warming up. This is the same case for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And Philly, I think their time's coming. I know they're doing really good right now. They're tied for the best record in the NFL right now. But no, I think Kirk Cousins is going to drop like 4 touchdowns.
Damn.
You heard it here first. Put money on it.
We'll see if that comes true.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No. I can see that because Washington's been playing pretty good though. I don't know who my upset would be. I don't know. I would have to go with I don't know if it's really an upset, but New York Giants beating Seattle. I mean, it's not really
that's
not really an upset,
textbook
but
upset.
Yeah,
that is a textbook upset, my brother.
Yeah, because
I
can see New York after that win they had.
What a disappointment. New York is such a disappointment.
Oh my god! Well, it hurts when you have no receivers and they all get hurt. And then
your 2 best receivers on the same game in the same quarter get season-ending injuries.
Yeah, and it's horrible. But and then you have Eli too. I don't know, but at least
the most mediocre mofo.
He is. He's like he is. But I don't know. I can see New York upsetting Seattle, even though, like I said, I don't think it's really an upset. But I can see New York. I can see them going on a little bit of a roll now.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel that.
Yeah.
So what's next up is Ezekiel Elliott. For those who follow NFL, this has been probably one of the most cluster F legal battles
from the beginning
with the NFL and a player.
Yes.
It's like more than Tom Brady to Deflategate. Like, this has been insane from the very beginning, and I want it to end. If you haven't heard the latest, which came out like 2 days ago, Zeke's suspension, the NFLPA put another restraining order, a second one, and now Zeke is eligible to play week 7.
Yep.
And week 8 is up for grabs depending on what the federal judge has to say.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, especially as an owner of him in fantasy,
yeah, I got him too.
He fucked fantasy owners.
He did,
because if he just served the damn suspension, he would have been back next week.
Yes, that's what I've been telling everybody. I've been telling just serve it.
Well, no, don't get me wrong though. Like, that's me as a fantasy player saying that. Me as a football player and like a super anti NFL like league office fan.
Yeah.
Fuck Goodell. Screw the office.
Right.
Definitely. Zeke. is completely in the right here, and for people who thinking I'm jumping the gun, like, they don't understand that his case, his domestic violence case, got dropped by 2 different police departments for lack of evidence, extreme lack of evidence for the accused. His ex-girlfriend saying that she beat him or he beat her.
Yeah.
Like, there's no evidence of it, and more so, he saved screenshots of her, like, threatening to go to the cops and, like, telling him that she's gonna tell the cops that he beat her.
Yeah, and plus she was gonna blackmail him too with some video too, I think, just to get money. She was saying, it's fucked up. I mean, like, you know, like you're saying, if you were, you know, the NFL player, Roger Goodell fucked up. He's trying to make it look right, you know, after he fucked up Brady and stuff. I can see him, you know, trying to fight it, but I don't know. I think eventually they're gonna make him serve suspension no matter what, and I don't know.
I think so too.
You know, like they're not gonna back down on this.
Less though.
Right.
Less though.
Yes.
Because it just came out today that Zeke's party and the NFL are, during this restraining period, are going to be discussing a settlement, which I think what they're gonna settle on is a reduced suspension.
Yeah.
Hopefully, for my sake as a fantasy owner, hopefully for 3 games. That's being very optimistic, though. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I definitely, what I will say though, is the league has their priorities ass backwards, being that John Brown, who admitted to literally beating the shit out of his wife for years, gets a 1-game suspension. Yep. And Zeke is proven innocent by 2 police departments and gets a 6-game suspension. Tom Brady, you suspend him for 4 games for literally doing nothing. Like, he literally factually did nothing. I know this is a Patriots fan to me coming out, but it's also like facts on the table. Tom Brady factually did nothing. Like, it was proven that the Colts in that fucking game had as many underinflated balls as the Patriots,
right?
Because it was cold. It was the cold air. Shocker.
Sure it was. Sure it was.
Cold air decreases air pressure. What a shocker. You know.
Yeah, just
damn.
I don't know. The NFL with Goodell, they just don't know. They don't know what to do at all. Because I mean, even who was that kicker on the Giants, right? I forget his name.
That was John Brown.
That's it. Yeah.
John Brown.
Yeah. And then I really don't get it. Something's got to happen with Goodell as well. He's just incompetent when he tries to serve suspensions. So
yeah, but he's pulled in the most revenue for the league.
Right.
He's not going anywhere. But that's it for Zeke. I'm done with that. Aaron Rodgers tragedy hit in Minnesota. Or was it Green Bay? Tragedy hit in Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Where, I forgot if the game was in Minnesota or not. That sucks. Green Bay's done. And I'm super excited because Mike McCarthy's going to be exposed as the fraud-ass coach that he is, who has been carried. He has been carried by Aaron Rodgers these years. Who, a mediocre defense, mediocre offensive line, mediocre offensive weapons. They have been carried by the most talented quarterback in the league the last half decade, and Mike McCarthy hasn't done anything to help this situation. And now he's going to be exposed, and I'm super excited, and hopefully they drop his ass next year. But, no, they're not going anywhere. Green Bay's not going anywhere without Rodgers. They're lucky because they're 4-1 after that game, I believe.
4-2 right now.
They're 4-2?
Yeah.
They're 4-2 right now. They are lucky to go, I would say, 7-9.
I can see that.
That's being generous.
Well, plus it depends what they do.
Generous.
It depends what they do with their quarterbacks. If their backups suck, are they going to pick someone else up then? They won't, or just ride it out and see what happens.
They won't. Mike McCarthy already had a press conference, saying that he's sticking with his backups.
Yeah.
He, quote unquote, believes in his backups and is sticking with the backups, aka that he doesn't want to deal with the PR nightmare that would be signing someone like Colin Kaepernick. Because that would be a PR nightmare. That's
another story. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your call on the NFC North then? Who do you have as coming out on top?
Lions.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say the
think
same
I
thing
think
too.
the Lions. Lions are the most out of the 4 teams. They are the most complete team. The Bears are too young.
Ugh, they suck
a lot
anyway.
a lot of rookies. Minnesota, great defense, no offense.
Yeah.
Green Bay had a good offense. Now they have a meh offense and no defense.
Yeah.
And Lions have an okay to below average defense, but a good offense with what I've always thought was a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yeah, Stafford's good.
And
I think he's
Matthew
good.
Stafford, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Well, what happens with Minnesota
And
if what's his face Bridgewater comes back?
Bridgewater.
Yeah. Does that change
I
them?
think Bridgewater. I think he is a year and a half removed from playing a game,
Right.
and is probably going to take the entire season to warm up. Hopefully, he proves me wrong, because that dude had potential. That broke my heart too, like the Gordon Hayward injury.
That was
probably the
bad,
last
yeah.
time I felt this bad was with Bridgewater tearing his ACL and MCL.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Like at the same time. Oh, the initial projection was that he was going to be out for 2 whole seasons.
Well, they
The
said,
fact that
yeah.
he's practicing again.
Yeah, plus his career they said was possibly be over too. And now he's back.
Yep, I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
Killing it. I can't wait for him to be gunning it. But yeah.
Because I was gonna say
That's
if Deadpool came back with the Vikings, they might do something. But Bradford's probably gonna get hurt anyway if he tries to come back.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so next up we have MLB. I'm sorry for your loss. You too?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, I knew.
No. You guys broke the curse. The curse is over. Congratulations. You're no longer the worst sports team in America. That now belongs to the Arizona Cardinals, who have not won one in over 65 years. So.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, he claps.
So.
It's horrible though.
No, Dodgers. I've had the Dodgers winning this year since the playoffs started. I think they're one of the most complete teams. I think they have the momentum going in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think they pose a strong matchup against either of the AL teams that are in the ALCS right now. Who do you guys got for ALCS?
I want to go with Astros, but I'm gonna say Yankees are gonna pull it out and end it tomorrow.
I predicted the Yankees as well.
Okay, bold. I like it. Here's very short take here. If the Astros win tomorrow, they're taking the whole thing. That is my prediction. But
if they win tomorrow, yeah.
If they win tomorrow, if they win Game 6, they are going to win Game 7. They'll have the momentum on their side. But yeah, definitely. Yankees have a very good pitching batting combo.
Yeah.
Good pitching staff, good batting. Aaron Judge is
He's a monster.
awesome. He is. He's incredible, and people wish to have people like that on his team.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or people like him on their teams. Altuve too, or Altuve. I would love him on the Red Sox, but our management's retarded. So stupid. Sorry, our management's stupid. Yeah.
Well, we used to be there too with the Cubs. Had stupid management, but
Yeah.
now we got your
now you
guy.
have our former, you have your former general manager who, carried us with drafts, and
Yep.
now, or not general manager. I'm sorry, president of baseball operations.
Right.
Theo. Yeah. All right, what's next on the table?
What's next on the table is Random Ramblings, and Key, if you never heard it before, but our Random Ramblings is basically something that we encounter, something random during the week. We also keep it as what me and JJ, what we do is our weekly update for weight loss or trying to get healthy. And so for my week, I actually stood the same weight. I'm 274 still. I'm trying to focus on trying to hit my 260 before the end of the year, but as of right now, yeah, it's staying stuck for a while there. Another funny thing I ran into was they were shooting a scene in for Shameless in downtown at the Daily Center, and they had this huge sign on the side of the building that said "God is gay and He loves you."
What the hell?
And here's the funny part: when I was walking past them, looking at it, I'm like, "Man, this is gonna cause a lot of controversy."
Right.
How the hell did whatever group that's doing this actually make the Daily Center agree with them? And next, when I started seeing they're putting up the gates and putting up some lights, I was like, "Wait a minute, no, they're filming. This is a film." And that's when I hear somebody walking past, like, "Oh, they're filming a movie here." I was like, I fucking knew it. So the next day, that's when I found out they were filming a scene for Shameless, and that's what it was up there. And I was like, oh, I don't know if you guys watch Shameless or not, but it's like,
no.
I wonder if this is one of Frank Gallagher's schemes. But that was my random round. It was kind of like at first I was thrown off, like, God is gay and He loves you. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna cause a lot of fucking bullshit. I can see it now. Chicago is going to be again centered. And it's like, oh, this is for Shameless. Okay.
Yeah.
And no one was protesting?
No. I was shocked. I was waiting for freaking church members, the right, some left members, like to all get there and just pick it and cause all type of mayhem. I'm just waiting outside with a cigarette in my mouth like, oh, shit, it's about to go down. No. I was like, oh, damn it. It's a film. Okay, I'm out. Let me go home.
You take a picture of it at least?
Damn it, I should have. I didn't.
Damn, really?
Dude, it didn't cross my mind. Come on, if you see a big ass sign in front of you that says God is gay and He loves you, the first thing you're gonna think of, let me look at my surroundings because somebody's might lay me out.
The immediate thing I would do is grab my damn phone. Like if I had a kid, I'd throw the kid on the ground, grab my phone, and take a picture of that shit.
Wait, don't look at this. Don't look at this.
Priorities, dude.
The first thing in my head was, ah, shit, something's about to happen. So I looked both ways. The phone thing did not pop up. I'm telling you, like taking a picture did not pop up in my head. But you'll be able to find pictures online. I'm not lying.
Yeah, probably.
Search up Shameless, God is gay, and there are going to be pictures of everybody taking pictures of it.
Yeah, just make sure you don't search that at work.
Or on your work computer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, other than that, my random ramblings, or crap, as I like to call it, I did lose weight. I'm at 158 again. So almost at my goal of 155. Gonna get there soon before the holidays come around.
So you could gain it back?
So I can gain it back, yeah, and then lose it for the first of the year. And then the one other thing I have, so I was watching the Cubs game today, getting pissed off because I kept on hitting home runs, grand slam. I had to clean my kid's fish tank. And while I was cleaning it, I put a little bit of warm water in there. And I was telling my wife, I'm like, hey, it's okay to put warm water, right? She's like, yeah, it's fine. I let it sit for a little bit to get to room temperature. Went to go put the fish back in with my son. And my wife goes, why is the fish acting all weird in there? So we're looking at it. It starts, like going all over the place. And then it turns upside down. I'm like, oh, shit. I fucking killed the fish. I fried the fish. I was like, oh my God, this can't be happening. So, yeah, our kids found out. We had a little funeral for it, and gotta buy him a new fish now.
You boiled them, you bastard.
Dude, it was horrible. It was so bad. And then, like, my wife puts her hand in the water. She's like, dude, it's fucking hot. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. That's bad. So
that's what the Cubs lost. You killed the fish.
Dude, it's because the Cubs were pissing me off. I couldn't pay attention, I blame the Cubs on this one.
So you're going to sue them?
I will. Tell them to get me a new fish.
And a new home.
Yeah, and a new home, too. Because my kids will kill me. So, but yeah, other than that, that's all the random I got. I'm not really, as we always say, not really as random person, I guess. Yeah. Key, if you want to join in. Key?
Yeah, sure. I'll throw down. You want to throw down, bro? I'll throw down. Weight. I have been a static 175-ish for the last year and a half, but that's because of a combination of me eating decent. As of last month, I've been pescatarian, where I only do fish and eggs for protein sources.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tank knows. You don't know about Tank knows. I do a lot of weightlifting. I've been doing a lot of powerlifting and heavy lifts for like 3-4 years now.
Yeah, this man has bulked up from when we were younger. He was real skinny. I remember. I was real chubby. I'm still chubby, but this man has bulked up a lot. Like comparing from like back then and now is like, damn, Key, you really like bulked up.
Can't deny that. No, it's something I'm very proud of because it was something I would get picked on when I was a kid. Is how skinny I was, because I was like $120.
Oh wow.
Like, maybe like $125 soaking wet. Yeah, and then I joined the army, got up to 140 after basic, and then started lifting weights and 175.
Nice.
My random ramblings. I guess on that note, for random, so some dude from the army actually hit me up being like, "Hey man, how you been?" And I'm like, "Good." And I'm like, I'm already cringing, right? Because I already know what he's doing, because he's selling one of those like 5,000 different things you see your Facebook friends being like, "Oh my God, this really works. Come hit me up if you want to change your lifestyle." you know it's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Yep.
And I told him straight up. I said, because I read it the second he messaged me, I was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna try selling me this." And he did some small talk. He was like, "How you been? Good. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you working? Yeah. Oh, that's cool." I'm like, I'm waiting for it. And he goes, "Oh, so have you heard of Thrive?" And I'm like, "Yep, there it is." And long story short, though, I told him no bullshit. I said I'm a no bullshit guy. I've actually, because I did look into his product. His product is legit. It's a 3-step product. It's a patch, a shake, and a pill. And they're legitimate ingredients. CLA is a fatty acid that targets your stomach fat. Garcinia cambogia helps with appetite control, and it's an appetite suppressant. Like, there's legitimate herbal ingredients in there that I used to use and work with. And so I know it's a legit product. I just didn't really want to, buy it without trying it. So I told him I will legitimately consider buying like a whole package of your thing and helping you out if I can get a trial period. And dude just straight up was like, "This is coming out of my own pocket, but yeah, I'll give you like a few days worth." So yeah,
nice.
I'm on day 1, and I'm crying inside because my God's nectar is Red Bull. And it's like the very first thing that the direction says no caffeine, like no external caffeine from this fucking program. So, yeah, it's like my first day in a while without a Red Bull, and Red Bull's my coffee. So because I don't like coffee, and yeah, that was a damn shame. But today was my off day at the gym. Tomorrow I think I have chest day. And I am going to try out all 3. I have the pills, I have the shake, and I have the patch, which if you guys don't know what patches are, it's like an actual physical patch that you put on your arm or your leg. And like your skin absorbs the nutrients, and the nutrients get into your nervous system.
What's it called?
Sketchy AF. Thrive.
Thrive?
THRIVE. I guarantee if you have an easy, 400, 500 Facebook friends, I guarantee there's someone on Facebook selling it. It's just one of those products, one of those, it works wraps where it's you can literally just buy saran wrap and Vaseline and it does the same thing.
Yeah.
It works.
Yep.
But, yeah, whatever. That's all I got for random ones.
Cool.
Sorry to go on.
No, you're good.
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah. Well, This was I want to say it was a good episode. Everybody got their points across, and we all really put our time and everything. So,
Sorry.
well, hate to say goodbye, but you know, a brother got to edit this at the end of the day.
Yeah, good luck.
For real.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
It's not me.
But, yeah, you haven't edited in a while too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for tuning in. You can find all of our details below in the description. Whatever site you go to, whatever site you listen to us, we have all our links there. JJ, Key, is there anything you guys would like to say before closing?
Good night.
Go Pats. All right, good night, guys.
Good night, and see you later.